Good day, students. Welcome to today's English class. I'm your instructor, Bangkok Peace Alam. Our topic for today says popular myths and legends. Objectives. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to 1. Identify the features of popular myths and legends. 2. Identify the theme of myths and legends. 3. Identify the moral lessons to be learned from popular myths and legends. And 4. Narrate any popular myth and legend. Introducing the lesson. A myth is a traditional story which may describe the origins of the world and/or of a people. A myth is an attempt to explain mysteries, supernatural events, and cultural traditions, sometimes sacred in nature. A myth can involve gods or other creatures. In both African and non-African countries, myths have become a part of the culture of the people. These stories have been passed from generation to generation. A legend is a story that may have been made up and passed down from generation to generation. The stories are usually presented as history and may have some truth in them. They are about people and their actions or deeds. These characters are regarded as heroes or heroines. Now let's look at the features of popular myths and legends. 1. Magical. Myths are exciting and enjoyable, but they appear to be magical because characters, either animals or humans, do what seems humanly impossible or unbelievable. The story of creation, commonly told in most African countries, is a good example of this. 2. Supernatural. This refers to anything that cannot be explained by natural laws. It also involves the powers of gods or magic. The concept of the Ofo and Ogu in Igbo land explains this. Number 3. Superstitious. This is an irrational or false belief in magic or that people, things, or objects are lucky or unlucky based on old ideas. Some myths are based on superstitions. Examples are the Central American myth of Quetzalcoatl and the Igbo myth Allah and Chukwu. Now let's move to the themes of popular myths and legends. Opposites occur frequently in myths and legends, as themes include good and evil, night and day, calm and storm, wise and foolish, old and young, beautiful and ugly, mean and generous, just and unjust. Legends go beyond just being opposites and have other things like the supernatural, a quest or search, a journey, and so on and so forth. African and non-African myths. Let's see African myths. We look at the epic creation story. Abasi, the creator, created two humans, a man and a woman, and then decided for them not to live on earth. His wife Atai persuaded him to let them do so. In order to control the humans, Abasi instructed and insisted that they eat all their meals with him, thereby keeping them from growing crops or hunting for food. He also forbade them to procreate. The moral of this myth is that man has an origin. He was created by God to occupy the earth. Under the African myth, we're going to look at Heracles, the greatest hero of Greek mythology. Heracles had amazing strength and courage, using his qualities and his intelligence to carry out seemingly impossible tasks. His father was Zeus, father of gods and men. In Greek mythology, the gods and goddesses are immortal, with human qualities but extraordinary powers. The moral of this myth is that we should be brave and not cowardly. Now we're going to look at African and non-African legends. King Jaja of Opobo is going to be an example for African legend. He was a merchant prince and the founder of Opobo City, state in an area that is now the River State of Nigeria. He was taken at about the age of 12 as a slave in Buni. He was gifted an enterprising individual and later became the most powerful man in eastern Nigeria. The moral of this legend is that you should not allow your present sufferings determine your future. Always strive to be great. Now we're going to look at non-African legend. Example, Robin Hood. Robin Hood is a European legend whose character is based on the real Robin Hood, who was originally called Robin of Locksley. He lived in Nottinghamshire and he helped the poor, but he didn't live in the forest with a band of robbers, as we've all heard from the legend. The moral of this legend is that you should live a brave and honest life and you will earn respect. In summary, we can tell that 1. Myths and legends tell tales of heroism and significant events, usually having larger-than-life characters. 2. Myths and legends are usually passed down from generation to generation. 3. The features of myths and legends revolve around being magical, supernatural, or superstitious. 4. Opposites frequently occur as a theme of myths and legends. Example, good and evil, wise and foolish, and so on and so forth. 5. Myths and legends always have a moral lesson whereby we can learn from. Assignment number 1. Define a myth. 2. Explain in your own words what you understand by a legend. 3. Write down one myth and one legend from your community or state and identify the moral lesson of each one of them. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.